What's up everybody, this is Yair and today we are going to learn how to draw Sasuke Uchiha. Okay, so today we are going to draw Sasuke from the anime Naruto. If you'll check the description box, you can see all the materials I'm gonna use for this tutorial with Amazon product links. This is gonna be a frontal pose. As you can see, I drew a perfect square. Each side is 6 centimeters, but you can draw it in any size you want to. Just make sure to keep the size relation. Okay, so we are going to start by drawing the shape of his face, just by drawing 5 lines. Next, we are going to draw some guidelines to help us keep the right proportions of the eyes. Now I'm gonna draw the eyes by using 4 curved lines. As you can see, it's in the shape of a parallelogram. Next, we'll draw the eyelashes simply by adding some more thickness. And then we follow up by drawing the eyebrow, and as you can see, it gets thinner towards the edge. Next, we'll add some wrinkles around the eye. And we'll add the upper eyelid. Now, to draw the iris, you can either use this circles template or just draw it yourself like this. We'll add the pupil at the center and then draw the Sharingan just by adding 2 tomos. Next, we'll add some lines between them in the shape of a circle. And now we are going to do the exact same process for the left side, and again you want to use the guidelines and follow the exact same steps we did for the right eye. Awesome, next we'll draw the nose simply by drawing 2 commas. I'm gonna fix his chin, just gonna make it a little bit more wide. Then we'll draw his mouth. And I'm gonna draw the nose a little bit lower. And we'll add some more wrinkles. Awesome, next we are going to draw the headband just by drawing a curve. I'm gonna refine his face, again just gonna make it a little bit more curved. We'll indicate the top of his headband. And now we'll continue by drawing the ears. So first what we want to do is draw the shape of the ears, and only then we'll add all the details. Awesome, and now we can focus on the hair. So we want his hair to blow in the wind a bit, just to create a cool effect. As you can see, I'm drawing the hair by using curves again, and for this drawing the wind will come from the left side. Awesome, now we'll draw the rest of the hair locks. and we'll add 5 more locks on top, again pointing to the right side. Awesome, next we'll use 2 curve to create the neck. We'll draw the trap muscles, again by using 2 curves. And then we'll add the rest of the hair from the back, just adding some spikes. Next we'll add the edges of the bandana, with some creases of course. And now we'll focus on the torso. So first we'll start by drawing the color of his shirt. And next we'll draw the shoulders. And we'll add some creases of course. Next we'll add some bruises to his face simply by drawing some lines, some tiny lines right next to each other. And we want to add some tears for the shirt just to create a more dramatic effect, like he was in a very big fight. Awesome, next we'll focus on the headband. We'll add the metal plate. And then we'll draw the Leaf Village symbol by following these steps. We'll add some thickness to the plate and add some cuts as well. Awesome, next we want to draw the symbol of his clan, the Uchiha clan, and we'll draw it right behind Sasuke. For that I'm gonna use a pot lid. And then cross it to create the shape of the Uchiha clan. As you can see, I'm using the ruler to keep the right proportions. And lastly, we'll add the neck muscles. Awesome, so we are done with the sketching part and now we can move on to the inking process. For that, we'll use black pens. The tip size of the pen will be 0.1 or 0.2. What you want to do is hold the pen closer to the tip with a very firm grip and just go all over the lines by pushing lines or pulling lines. And of course, make sure to do that by rotating the page so you can have your natural hand movement. Awesome, once we are done, make sure to clean the lead very well because we don't want to smear the lead later on when we'll use the Copic markers. Now for this tutorial I'm gonna use Copic markers, however you don't have to use Copic markers, you can use either color pencils or use your HB or B pencils and just do some shading. Now if you look at your top left of the screen, you can see the exact number of Copic I'll be using for this tutorial. We are going to start by coloring his shirt. As you can see, I'm coloring by using fast brush strokes in the direction of the shape, and I'm starting with the brightest tone. For this tutorial, the main light source will come from the left side, which means of course that the right side will appear darker because it gets less light. Next step, we'll be using a darker tone, that's gonna be our mid-tone. And again, as you can see, I'm coloring in the direction of the shape. After that, we'll use an even darker tone. That's gonna be our darkest tone, and we'll color the darkest areas again in the direction of the shape. Awesome, now we are going to do some blending. So we'll use the mid-tone to blend the darkest tone with the mid-tone. And we'll use the brightest tone to blend it with the mid-tone. And as you can see, we'll do some adjustments along the way, adding more layers to create more contrast, to create more blend. Awesome, next we'll color the inside of his shirt. We'll use some purple gray tones for that, and we'll do the same technique, starting with the brightest tone, then moving to the mid-tone, adding some shade. Then we'll use the brighter tone again to do some blending. And we'll use the mid-tone again to add some layers in order to get more contrast, to get more shade. Awesome, and now we can move on to the skin tones. So this time I'm gonna use more than 3 tones for the skin tones, but if you want to get a slightly more detailed look, you can use 5 by following the next steps. So first, we'll start with the brightest tone, then we'll use a darker tone. After that, we'll use an even darker tone, coloring the most shaded areas. We'll do some blending with the mid-tone. And now, I want to use an even darker tone just for the edges. We'll do some blending, and then I'm gonna use a pale purple. And we'll do some blending just like we did before, just to get that nice gradient effect. Awesome, so we're going to do the same process for the face, but we are going to leave some light at the areas that sticks out more. For example, the cheeks, the bottom lip, and of course the areas that are closer to the light, which means the left side. And just like before, we'll do it gradually. We'll start with the brightest tone, and as we move forward, we'll use a darker tone until we use the darkest tone. Awesome, and now we can focus on the eyes. So for that we use 3 tones. Again, I'm gonna start with the brightest tone, coloring in the direction of the shape, which means in circles, but we are going to leave a blank area to create a very nice highlight on the far left side. Next, we'll use the mid-tone, coloring around the pupil. And then we'll use the darkest tone on the far left side and below the eyelashes. And of course, we'll do some blending just like before. Lastly, what we want to do to get a very nice transition is take the colorless blender and basically soak some of the ink around the blank area, and by that we get a very nice looking gradient. Awesome, next we'll add some shade below the eyes by using some gray tones. We'll start with the brightest one. Then use a darker tone. And of course, do some blending just like before. Awesome, and we are going to use the same gray tones for the metal plate. And as you can see, I'm leaving some blank areas again to get a very nice highlight. We want to get the shine of that metal. Next we'll add the mid-tone. After that we'll blend the colors again with the brightest tone. And then we'll add the darkest tone. And just like before, we'll blend it as well. Now I'm gonna use one more tone, that's a lavender color. I guess it's a very bright purple tone. And I'll just add one more layer on the plate. So you don't necessarily have to do that, that's just a nice addition. Next we'll color the Leaf Village symbol with some darker grays. And we'll blend them of course. And as you can see, I'm doing some more adjustments to the metal plate. What you can do as well is use the colorless blender just like we did before and soak some of that ink to get a very nice highlight. Awesome, so next we'll use the same blue tones we used for the shirt on the headband. We'll start with the mid-tone, then adding the darkest tone, and of course blending the colors, and we'll do the same for the edges of the bandana. Awesome, so now we can focus on the hair. So we are going to start with the mid-tone this time. As you can see, I'm coloring from side to side in the direction of the shape, just like before. And I'm leaving some blank areas, again to create a highlight. Next, we are going to use the darkest tone, that's C7, adding some shade, mainly on the right side. Next, we'll use the brightest tone, C3, and we'll do some blending. And then we'll do some adjustments with all the colors. Awesome, so this is the result we want to get. Now we are going to color the rest of the hair. We are going to start by using the brightest tone, C3. Then we'll use the mid-tone, adding one layer. And after that, we'll use the darkest tone. And just like before, we'll do some blending. Now I want to get a darker tone, so we'll use a black color. And of course we'll blend it with C7, the darkest gray. And we are done with the hair. So now we are going to color the Uchiha symbol. First, we want to take the black marker and go over the borders with one more layer, just to make sure that we won't accidentally color on top of the hair or the body. For that, we'll use a red marker. Now here's a trick I learned from Idan Knafo, aka Art of Idan. If you have Copic refills, what you want to do is take some cotton wool, we'll drop some ink into the cotton wool, and then we'll spread it all over this area, that way we can save some time. After that, we'll use the marker and color all the blank areas. Awesome, and to finish up, what we basically want to do is color this entire background in black. So again, we can use the same method. We'll take a black Copic refill, drop in some ink into a cotton wool, and smear the ink just like that. And then just use the Copic marker, fill in the remaining blank areas. And if you want to get an even more cool effect, we'll use the chisel tip of the marker and we'll color around the symbol just like that. And we are done! Everybody! This is how you draw Sasuke Uchiha from the anime Naruto. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed this tutorial. Congratulations if you made it this far. Please let me know how you did in the comment section. And make sure to support my work by subscribing to my channel. I upload new videos every weekend. And hit the like button as well. And if you want to buy some of my art, you can check out my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box. That's it. Thanks a lot for watching. Keep being awesome as always, stay home, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.